love typing the dead but wish you could type all over everything? Well, this game had my fingers bleeding and aching. Blood Typers is a survival horror adventure game where you must type to shoot, hit, open doors, and everything else you can think of. It's a survival horror game that requires only quick thinking and quick typing. You're part of the Shutter House film crew who got invited by Vincent Fessler, a horror movie legend who has loved your team's work. Although it's kind of strange considering no one has heard or seen him in over 5 years. Yeah. But this could be your team's big break, and so you all set off to meet up with him in what seems like the middle of nowhere and the perfect setting for horrors to occur. And it truly does. Horror movies have turned into a horrifying reality. Zombie, fleshy floating thingamajigs, whatever that is, whatever this is. Lots of bad things. Where is Vincent Fessler? Was this his plan all along? How is all of this happening? Those of you who love Typing the Dead and Resident Evil will be happy to know that their baby, Blood Typers, is really something fun and unique. Never would I think that walking by a zombie to save ammo and time could be so hard when under pressure. Everything in Blood Typers is activated through inputs. You move by typing out words that are placed on the floor, like a grid system. You grab weapons by typing grab weapon's name. And you eat your food to heal yourself by equipping it and typing eat food's name. Everything is oddly sensical, responsive, and quick. By hitting tab, you switch into a combat mode, which will lock you into an enemy and words will be floating in front of them. Typing them out will count as a hit, and once you deplete all words, you deplete their lives. After hearing all this, you could be thinking, hey, sounds kind of intense. And I'm not a very fast typer. Especially in the stressful moments where the TV monsters are spewing fleshy face monsters things to kill me. And while it's honestly surprising because that means you played the game, I have good news for you. Typing and survival horror difficulties are two independent difficulties. If the survival horror aspect of the game is too easy but the typing isn't your forte, you can just adjust that. And if you want the typing to be harder and the survival horror to be average, you can also do that. And if you want to be a masochist, you can just be like us and crank both up.
Oh, we're fucked, dude.
These are way too many. These are way too many.
Yeah, we gotta do different difficulty, I think. Like, just one down.
Try this. I'm still gonna try it. I'm gonna space them out if I can.
Kind of crazy how the difficulties scale.
But what are all of these mechanics without a diverse cast of crazy people? I mean, you have to be crazy to follow through all of these, considering, you know, the email and who it came from and the place you arrived at. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? Each playable character represents a role in a film. I can't speak. Each playable character represents a role in a film crew, from a gaffer to a wardrobe person to a storyboard artist and a set builder. There's a benefit to each and every role, as each role is essential as they are in reality. Each role here helps a lot in their own way. Either the lights can slow them down, they are able to see monsters even behind walls. Everybody has their own unique role to play, and everybody, as long as you communicate with your team, everybody can help and do their part. After you have your psycho picked and everyone's ready to go and survive, you go through rooms, collect keys to open doors, the blue key, the gold key, to find the needed numbers of red tapes. Get the lever from the elevator after you insert the red tapes in the TV, escape through it, and repeat. It's a simple formula. Just keep an eye out for the top right. Where's that top right? Which, I'll just do this. The horror comes crashing at 100%. But don't worry, you got your arsenal from an Uzi, your pistol, your flamethrower. Get this book. People like to read. The Power of Words. There's a good amount of weapons for a good amount of situations. Now, as you can see, I'm trying to learn new things, so let's try something else new. Pros. It's a unique twist to the survival horror genre, fresh for both typists and horror fans alike. Through my hours of gameplay, it feels like it's a competent mix of both. The typing is just hard enough and intuitive enough, and the survival horror aspect meshes well with it. I also really love the independent difficulty. You can adjust it to where you're most comfortable without sacrificing what you're stronger in. So if you're a strong typist, but really bad at survival horror, you're gonna adjust to that. If you're good at survival horror, but bad typist, you're gonna adjust to that. It's a win-win. Everybody can have their fun. It's also very great with people. You can yell at your friends for not helping you or for mistyping a lot. Give them a piece of moldy looking cheese or meat you found around at the crap mansion. Horror makes people fumble, and that's when it's the funniest. The price? Now, I only mentioned the price, one, because for $10 it's really good, but also because I've seen people whine about how it's only 5 levels, it's only a couple of hours. It's a very inexpensive game with more than just a couple of hours of gameplay. It's fun and laughs, and I believe the cheap price justifies it. It's $10 for this. It's a solid game. I'm a big fan of trying out new things when it comes to storytelling, and it's very, very cool what they did with the lore being tied into the things you tap on the floor. You can see from time to time it's kind of easy to miss. You gotta pay attention. That's like a cons to it, but it's a cool approach to storytelling, and I liked it. I'm a fan of that. But this game isn't perfect. So for cons, it's underdeveloped lore. Well, the story has a cool premise, and the way a portion of it is conveyed and shows to the player, it felt like it needed a bit more. Like I never get a little bit more in depth with the characters or anything like that. While there are some notes scattered around the map, it was not until the last level where I felt I was part of the story. But by then, like I said, it's the last level. I never understood more about each character. Everybody that goes there, I can't care more about them. I can't care more about Fessler. It's just, I wish I could just see more of it. Odd looking characters. Now, I know it's a style choice. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of nice. But for some characters, they look kind of weird. Some characters can be odd looking, others more than some. And I think it's because of the hair. The hair kind of gives it like a greasy spaghetti hair type of thing. I don't know what it is. It just looks kind of weird for some. But I really don't have much bad things to say about the game. Blood Typers was a blast to play. And while at the beginning it did make my fingers ache or bones ache, I guess they adjusted themselves to the stress and the pressure. The game may be short, especially considering people's standards nowadays, but for me, it felt short because it felt like all the story bits and all the unique levels were loaded in the back. I mean, Slap City is cool, level is insane, but cool. The Cryo Zone was also cool, and then you get to the end and that's it. Though the end was a great end. It was a great finale. I just wish there was more build up to the hype. I wish there was just more hype before the hype end. Like, it was a great game, but I just wish it was more. You know, this makes me think of how short stories are made. Short stories, as you can imagine, are short and don't have the same leisure as novels have. And so they have to make every characterization, every voice, every word count. That's why usually, you can tell that when you read the short stories, they'll have like a paragraph of introduction to get the ball rolling. But the paragraph of introduction here is kind of a tone setter, but after that, it's not much. And with all those couple of hours, because it took me like more than 5 hours, you could have built a little bit more lore for characters, maybe have some more situations, maybe they talk, something to flesh them out. Playing levels like Slap City and After, they hyped me up to what else could be thrown at me. The fourth even more, and it was kind of bummer that the end was just there. Oh, at that. The later levels are super high, but it kind of made me wish I got more. Playing the final levels showed me what this could have been when it comes to story, because I don't want to say what else happens, but it's pretty cool what they did because they haven't done it the whole game. So maybe if they did it the whole game, it would have been a really explosive and great build-up. But it was a great experience nevertheless. I couldn't recommend this more to typing game fans. It's a competent survival horror, a solid typing game, and a horrifying experience where death is just a typo away. Highly recommended. Well, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I appreciate it a lot. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this and if you want to see more. See ya.